Hi, this is Mark Bealin with UHY's Resource Solutions Group with our second quarter update. The second quarter was really a remarkable quarter, both from a personal perspective and from a business perspective. I thought I'd offer at least one personal reflection about the second quarter. A couple of weeks ago, I was in Chicago with my wife and my daughter, and we went out to dinner in the Ravenswood section of Chicago. And it was just delightful to be in a vibrant space with lots of folks, good conversation and fellowship. Some nourishment for the soul. And hopefully you're having some of that now as the economy starts to open, as we're allowed to make connections again with our friends and family. I know I found that to be enormously beneficial. I've missed it. Hopefully you've had that opportunity as well. During the second quarter, we saw the pace of change, the pace of demand for our services continue to grow. So demand for our permanent placement services, for our interim staffing services in the finance and accounting space grew at unprecedented levels. And that includes every sector of the economy that we serve here in southeastern Michigan. We did see some unusual behavior with some of the candidates we interact with. So in several cases, we saw candidates go through the interview process, go through the initial screening, evaluation, interviews, and then get into negotiations with clients. And then at the 11th hour, pull themselves out of the process, likely because they had another offer. We also saw several cases where candidates accepted an offer from a client and then 24 or 48 hours later ended up declining that accepted offer. All of this is enormously frustrating to our clients and to our team, but it's not surprising. The market is very vibrant. There's a lot of demand out there, and candidates have multiple opportunities in almost every situation. If you look at the macro statistics that were published on July 2nd by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there was lots of interesting statistics in there. Two that we focused on previously and have talked about in our Q1 update continued in the second quarter. So if you look at labor force participation rates, they continue to be down for women who are 25 and older, and for folks who are 55 and older. Now, there's lots of theories as to why that is. Capital markets are very robust. Real estate values are high, so folks may have concluded that they've hit their number. They're ready to retire in a way that they hadn't previously contemplated. And obviously, you've got issues around school openings, et cetera. So all of these are creating dynamics that are forcing constraints on those two key segments of the labor force. There was also a lot written in the press. The Wall Street Journal had an article about this that got quite a bit of notoriety, about the so-called quit rate. So the rate at which people are leaving their jobs has never been higher. So let me repeat that. So the quit rate, the rate at people are leaving their jobs, has never been higher. All of this creates a swirl of stuff that people have to deal with. You've got a situation where demand is increasing, so economic growth is strong. So you need to staff up to meet that demand. And now you've also got to meet a need to replace workers who are leaving because of this accelerating quit rate. And then you've got two segments of the workforce that are suppressed and that are curtailed, as we discussed previously. So all that means supply for labor is diminished, demand for labor is increased, and you've got a really dynamic and challenging labor environment. What does this mean for employers? We think it means you've got to bring your A game to every interaction you have with a candidate. That means that processes that contemplate multiple interactions, lots of evaluations, lots of steps, are likely going to be very challenging to execute successfully in this environment. Talent acquisition processes need to be efficient. Offers need to be really compelling. The value proposition needs to be clear. Concepts around growth, next step opportunities, development, compensation need to be very compelling. You need to assume that every time you interact with a candidate, that candidate is talking to at least one and likely more than one prospective employer. So you need to bring your A game. As you embark on your talent acquisitions processes and strategies, as you think about how you want to add to your labor force, please feel free to reach out to us. We're in these markets every day. We've got a perspective on these issues, and we're happy to share those with you. We'll be saying more about this as the year unfolds. Looking forward to further conversations. Take care.